show. And these matches were played between August the 25th and the 27th. Week 3. There were some great games this weekend. Fulham and Burnley, Arsenal and West Ham, and but the Monday night clash, Manchester United versus Spurs, has always been an eye catcher down the years with lots of goals, lots of excitement. And so I hung on, and yes, it is my match of the week. After the Brighton loss, all eyes were on Manchester United, and particularly Jose Mourinho, and he made 6 changes to the side that lost to Brighton. Matic was back after that groin operation. Herrera made a start. Smalling and Jones replaced Lindelof and Bailly, and Valencia was back after seemingly ages for his holiday break. No World Cup for him. And Lingard was in from the start. For Spurs, Rose was in at left back. Lloris was picked, albeit after his arrest for drink driving on Friday. But anyway, off we went, and Spurs were slow out of the blocks. United certainly looked the more busy of the two sides, and Fred went close on 29 minutes, and they certainly had a faster temper. However, Matic was caught in possession not long after, and Smalling managed to get in the way to thwart Deli Ali in the box, a dangerous moment for the United defence. On 33 minutes, United had 2 great chances. The first came to Pogba, whose shot was well saved by Lloris, and then Matic had a flicked header which hit a defender and went wide. After that, Spurs became more involved. Eriksen, who had hardly touched the ball, had a shot saved on 39 minutes by De Gea, and on 41, Herrera blocked the increasingly dangerous Deli Ali, but we got to the break 0-0. There was one golden chance in the first half when Lukaku was put through after a mistake by the Spurs defence, and one-on-one with Lloris, he tried to round the goalkeeper, but unfortunately it left a tight angle and he missed the open goal. He should have scored. So anyway, it was goalless at the break. Spurs came out and they certainly looked a different outfit. They started putting the United defence under pressure. On 38 minutes, a cross from Eriksen was met by Deli Ali, whose effort was deflected for a corner. And from that corner, Kane escaped Jones, and he managed to connect with a header, and it hit the top right-hand corner with De Gea fixed to the spot. Jubilation for Spurs, 1-up. United looked a bit flustered, and 3 minutes later, Eriksen, again on the right wing, left free, sent over a cross, and unfortunately for United, there was no left back. Shaw had ventured upfield for an attack, and they'd lost possession. The cross from Eriksen found Lucas Moura in the penalty box. He was chaperoned by a defender, but he managed to get his foot to it, and it sailed into the corner. De Gea desperately trying to get a touch with his right hand, but it was 2-0, and United looked shell-shocked. Well, Mourinho rang the changes straight away. Sanchez came on, as did Herrera off, and Lindelof shortly after had to replace Jones, who had picked up an injury again. Fellaini followed, coming on for the poor Matic, who didn't look fit, to be honest. But the changes didn't really have a great effect. Spurs seemed to be handling United's forays with ease. And Kane missed a header when he lost his mark. On 84 minutes anyway, Moura got his second after he escaped Smalling's challenge. And he hit a sweet strike past De Gea. The summary: Spurs, after a subdued start, were solid throughout the team. Alderweireld and Vertonghen kept Lukaku quiet, apart from that one chance. Dyer and the full-backs kept United's midfield under wraps, and up front, Kane, Ali and Moura were always a threat, and United's shaky defence fell apart to their slick passing in the second half, conceding those 2 goals in 3 minutes. It was poor marking and a poor tackle for the third, but Spurs showed their class. United were okay in the first half, but they lacked the cutting edge in the final third. Shaw did well, but Valencia looked like someone who had been on holiday too long, and Matic was slow and ponderous. And Pogba failed to stamp his class on the action after the early second half goals. United panicked and never looked like getting back into the game. Sanchez was energetic, but Pogba got more and more frustrated, and Lindelof looked like a guy treading on eggshells. So the knives will be out. The need for centre-backs is obvious. In the press conference, Josie ended up reminding everybody of his titles 3 against the combined 2 from Guardiola and Pellegrini, and stormed out. Let's take stock of it and let's get on to the next game. Okay, that's my match of the week. There will be a second video on the other matches.